This new episode of Star Wars Rebels was called The Honorable Ones, and it finds the crew of the Ghost investigating a major Imperial construction project over the now deserted Geonosis. What could they possibly want to build all the way out there of all places? Oh, I don't know, maybe the freaking Death Star, maybe? Of course, this all ends up being one giant trap set by Agent Kallus, who hopes to put an end to his rebel problem once and for all. But when Zeb gets separated from the rest of the team and is forced to flee via an escape pod, Agent Kallus ends up stuck going along for the ride. And so what we essentially are left with here is one giant bottle episode starring two characters who hate each other, who need to rely on each other if they want to survive the harsh moon and its many dangerous monsters. Now, at first I thought this was going to be another Zeb-focused episode dealing with him confronting the agent about the part he played in the Lasat genocide. However, we're thrown a shocking curveball here because The Honorable Ones is more about Agent Kallus than anything else. For one, we learned he didn't kill any one of Zeb's people for that fancy weapon he's carrying around. It was in fact given to him honorably for defeating its previous owners, as is Lasat tradition. Warrior codes were a big theme of this episode. In fact, the only reason Zeb doesn't shoot Kallus dead right from the jump is because he's injured, and that wouldn't be a very honorable thing to do. We get some real nice scenes wherein rebel and imperial ideologies clash against one another, and no one is ultimately right in the end. Zeb hates the Empire because they killed his people. Kallus hates the rebels because they killed his unit, which were like a family to him. We get a real feeling that this war within the Star Wars universe is such a self-perpetuating one, and it also lines up quite nicely with some of the bigger themes explored in Force Awakens as well, now that I stop and think about it. In the end, they only manage to escape by marrying Kallus's brains with Zeb's considerable brawn, and even then the whole episode has this great sense of tension going on because you're not sure who will arrive first to rescue them, the Empire or the rebels, and if so, how will they react to the situation. But by far my favorite part of this episode is the final shot, where Zeb gets to return to a surrogate family who loves and respects him. Agent Kallus returns to his post only to discover that no one knew or even cared that he was missing. Wow, what a gut punch. The Honorable Ones was an episode that really surprised me across the board. Agent Kallus walks away deeper and more likable than I thought possible. Heck, they could even be foreshadowing a jump to the good guys team for all I know. Steve Blum turns in a stellar performance as Zeb, one that manages to be both funny and heartfelt at the same time. It also makes for a nice companion piece with last week's episode and the whole idea that good and evil are not always cut and dry during wartime. I give this one a very positive 9.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll feel like checking out some more videos I have on offer here at Cape Joel.